What is going on, you guys? Volcom0123 here, and today I have the Easter egg for the brand new Call of Duty maps. I forgot what the map name is called, which is pretty bad, but anyway, it's on the new map pack, and right there you saw do the very first step is you all go to the main spawn, and there's 4 buttons, and you just time it right to where you want to press the button, and you all press it at the same time. So the next step after that, well, after going into Eclipse, is what I'm going to be calling it, which is pressing all 4 buttons. And after that, you're going to want to come through all this mess right here and come closer to this waterfall. And once you get to this waterfall, is going to bring this next step. Now, down on this, off of this ledge right over here, is buttons. Now, those correspond with ones all the way over here on the other side of the map next to Juggernog. Now, what you're going to want to do is have one person on this side and one person on the other side, of course, and one person is going to step over it and look to see what kind of shape it has. Now, there's 12 different, or I think there's 12 different tablets, and what you're going to want to do is tell the person next to Juggernog, go over the tablet, and once they're over the tablet, they tell the person that's on the other side what shape it is, and once the other person on the other side gets on that tablet, then the person on the Juggernog side steps on the tablet also that corresponds with the shape, and then it makes the tablet go underground. So that's pretty much what we're doing here now. And while I have this time that we're doing these, I just want to thank, sorry if I say your guys' name wrong, but Zari I don't know how to spell it. Starts with a Z. He's with me right here actually in this video, and Slacker Rich. So thank you guys for actually helping us, me and XX Torch XX, with this Easter egg. You guys did a big help. I think probably most of the Easter egg actually, but I was actually lucky enough to get into a game with you guys and actually be able to record some of this. So so right here you can just see us, we're putting down the tablets into the ground, just getting past all this stuff. This is probably the most, maybe one of the most tedious parts of this, because if you mess up, say on any of the stones, and you accidentally step on the wrong one or anything like that, you will have to start over, and all the tablets will come back from underground, and you'll have to start over the Easter egg. So sorry if I'm starting a little bit. It's 2:30 in the morning. Got to wake up for registration tomorrow for school. Pretty gross, but anyway, back to the Easter egg. So pretty much just get all these tablets, and that's pretty much one of the most time-consuming parts of this whole Easter egg. Now, this Easter egg took us probably a little bit over 2 hours to do, just because it's so long. There's 8 steps to it. But at the end, there's a pretty good reward for that. And after you do all the tablets, there will be an orb right above you guys. And after that, you're gonna want to go back to the spawn after you hear that little scream. Go back to the spawn and count down for the button pushing into the wall action for the Eclipse. And waiting for those guys to get up in there. 3, 2, 1, guys, go. Once you call an Eclipse, it brings in the next step. Now what you're going to want to do is come through this big mess over here again towards the waterfall. Just keep going along here. And go down the slide. Now 3 people are going to have to be down here on the slide, and the last person comes down and gives it enough force to actually activate the button or whatever. You're on a platform, so that last person is just going to come down the slide and smack it, and there's going to be another scream, and it brings you to the next step. Now of course, go back to the spawn and click in the button to bring in on Eclipse mode. come back to the waterfall, and at this point somebody's gonna have to have a ray gun. So come over to the waterfall, and right to the right of the waterfall is this little dangling ball. You're gonna want to shoot that with the ray gun. It's gonna come down, and you want to get the baby gun, shoot the little orb with the baby gun, and knife it into the waterfall, or the water slide. Now once you're going down the water slide, we're beating the orb there to it. You're gonna want to go to the bottom down here and knife it up into the little water jet here, and you can probably hear it, that little thing there, and I did not watch it, but the orb just flies up and goes down into the little holder, and there's a little scream again. Go back to the spawn, click the button, and come back over here into this tunnel, and this little wheel, you're going to want to turn it 3 times, but they had already done it before I came here, so you're just going to want to turn it those 3 times. And right here you can notice the gas spewing out of that little pipe. And before you do this step, you're going to have to get a napalm zombie. And if you have, sorry, I'm yawning. If you have this napalm zombie, then it's just going to make it a lot easier. Now what this is doing is, of course, doing the next step, but as we're walking along here, you're going to see pipes that are open, and the pipes that are open are spewing gas. So it's spewing gas, and the napalm zombie is going by. So that is pretty much, he's walking through, and he's going to set all the pipes on fire. So while you have some downtime, go and get some spike mores on the wall. You're going to be needing those for some of the next parts of the Easter egg. And right there you can see the spewing gas coming out of the wall. And right here you can see him, he's setting some of the pipes on fire. And you just want to stay away from him, because of course he'll explode if you get too close. So you don't want to get too close when you're this far into it, because that just ruins everything. And just come back in to where you first started with the wheel and pull this lever, or go up to it, hold X, and they will say something. So after they say something, you're going to want to go back to the spawn, of course, and push the button. Bring it into Eclipse. Come back the same way that you've been doing for a couple of the steps, and go through this maze, but it hacked us there for a second. We just got hacked by the little water, or the little, what am I saying? By the little walls that are coming down. So after this, you're gonna want to come across this bridge. Keep going across. Don't worry, it's not gonna kill you. Just come across here, and this is where the spike mores come in handy. Now they had already set the spike mores before I came in here, but right here, the spike mores are, you have to point them at these little holes. So you have to put them right next to the holes, just to make sure. You don't have to put it perfect. For some reason, when they get set off, one of the spikes magically go into the hole, so you don't have to worry too much about that. Just make sure you have it somewhere in front of the hole. Now just bring the same napalm zombie over, and he's gonna be hitting those claymores. And when he hits those claymores, somehow miraculously, the spikes go into the holes that need to be going into. So after that, come down into the minecart, and you're going to want to go all the way back down into, it's going to bring you down into this little pond right here. And right here on this brick where it says don't press X, you press X, and the waterfall kind of pushes you a little bit. I got scared. And by the way, this was the first time I had played on this map, or this zombies map, so I was kind of scared. Once again, back over to the spawn, bring it into Eclipse, and you're going to want to knife these tablets that are on the wall. Now, these are a little bit tricky to find, but after you find all of them, there's going to be the little scream again. So once you get that scream, you know that you have finished are finished getting all of the tablets. So they're around the map. There's one right here. I'm not sure if it's the same shape every time, but there's one over here next to the power. You're gonna run down all the way over here, and right there's one right there. Come down again, go all the way down almost next to the pond in this water, and there you go. So once you have that, just go back to the spawn and just go. They're hidden around the map, some of them harder than others, but still you get that scream just to let you know. Come back to the spawn again. I know it's getting long, I know. A little bit past 10 minutes already into this video. Bring it into Eclipse mode. Now here's the part where you're gonna have to put in the different dates on the walls. They're Mayan symbols. I'm pretty much all these symbols are Mayan symbols, and these are important dates in time. These are numbers. So on this one right here, you're gonna want to get the 3 dots on top just to make sure, and the little smiley face thing on the left. Over here, you're gonna want to spin it until the dots and the line are on the top. And don't pay attention to this next one because I kind of got blocked off right there, so I didn't know if you touched the button or not. So don't even pay attention to me looking at this one right now. It's nothing. Nobody has spun it yet to actually get to the date. So right here, just make sure, I don't know how to explain it, but just the smiley face on the left and line on the right. And you want to come over here. It's going to scream right there. I'm actually not sure why, but because we hadn't spun this thing yet. Oh yeah, we have. Alright, so it screams twice. And just make sure you have the right dates on all of them. I'm not completely sure why it screamed twice, but it is what it is, I guess you can say. So right there, you can see we got that orb, or the white orb right there. Come back to the spawn once again. It is a tedious Easter egg. Now bring you into Eclipse mode. Now here is when you're gonna want to activate all of the gongs, and it's gonna come out with a chord. And once you have that playing, then you're gonna wanna go over to that one thing that we just went to and shoot it down, shoot the little dynamite, and come over back to here, and you can see after you shoot the orb next to the spawn with the upgraded baby gun, all the orbs go into the meteor, and everything is done. Now, I don't have the last part of the Easter egg because my HD PVR just pretty much decided not to work with me. So, pretty much what you get is 7 perks, bring the dynamite up to the Pack-a-Punch, and get all 7 perks, and even if you go down, then you keep them. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and thanks to everybody that helped me with the video. All right.